All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Finish the Story. I am your host, Keegan Ray. I'm joined here by my co-host, best friend, and producer, Trent Ludzak.
Whoa, upgraded to best friend.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
With how mean I am to you about the intro that I make you do, I'm surprised by that.
I'm sure everybody who's tuning in is like, yo, different setup. We're not in the studio today.
We're not. Yeah.
What's going on with the studio?
We're in the studio. It needs some cleaning.
Yeah?
We'll call it. We'll be to be nice.
What's going on with it?
So the problem isn't necessarily in the studio. It's in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
Like at night, like in the evening on last Thursday, I start noticing, I'm like, okay, something smells dead around this part of the apartment.
Ugh.
I don't know what it is. We were recording Billy's podcast, right? No. So, like, I'm like, Billy, I'm not crazy, right? Like, something smells dead around here.
I'm not crazy.
And it was in the studio a little bit, and it was in the kitchen.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
The kitchen's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, the kitchen is where I first noticed it.
So now you're getting to play a fun game of Find That Smell?
Yeah.
That's a fun game.
So, like, I went up in the crawl space. I went up in the attic.
Oh.
Just like looking to see if I could find like a possum or, a rat or something. Nothing. I'm like, okay, let's see if we can at least figure out where it's the worst. And it's like the bathroom for sure.
Damn, you think something got in the wall?
So it's either in the wall or in the ventilation.
Oh, fuck. Neither one is good.
No. So I like put a plastic bag in the ventilation, and like I don't know if it's helping or not.
No,
it's not getting worse.
Yeah, my girlfriend said do vinegar. She's like, just put vinegar out, and it'll soak up the death smell. I was like, that is not how that works. I don't think.
I feel like it's just a theoretically stronger smell.
Yeah, well, you put vinegar in laundry when you're trying to get the smell out.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm a man.
Yeah, that's just what I've seen the professionals at the laundromat do. You know, like where you're looking over to the side and you're like, damn, bro, they got bleach in this shit? Like, what am I doing? That's how one time I was at the laundromat and I was trying to fold a fitted sheet and this little Mexican lady was watching me and she just looks over and I'm like trying to fold it and she just walks right up to me and goes, no.
Yeah.
They took it and just folded it, which I still watched her do it and can't figure it out. No way.
No, yeah, it's like a magic trick.
It eludes me.
It's like a magic trick.
It's like a David Blaine fucking bit.
Like, I think you have to learn sleight of hands before you can learn that trick.
Yeah.
Like, that's above what magicians do.
Yeah, fitted sheets. I bet. Could you imagine that's like the one thing David Blaine couldn't do?
He's got to call his wife.
Yeah, he just pitches a fucking fit at the house. She's always talking shit. She's like,
I was in ice for 4 days. I can't figure this fucking sheet out. Come here, Beth.
It's terrible, too, because I can't even do it because Banjo, as soon as I get sheets out and I try to change sheets, he goes crazy. He thinks it's a game, bro. He goes insane. He just starts attacking my hands. It's crazy. I have to lock him up to change the sheets.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one. Everybody with cats has to have that struggle, or mine's just a dickhead.
Yours is just a monster.
He's a fucking monster. Dude, I split up the cats today, and he fucking bit me so hard. It was like, I just stared at him like, dude.
Wait, like just like 10 minutes ago.
No, so it was like an hour ago, and he bit me so hard, and I stared at like really where you're rethinking having this cat. You're just looking at
why are you here?
Yeah, like what have I done,
bro? They're
and then 10 minutes
monsters.
later, I opened up the window, and he's purring, like rubbing his head on me. It's like 10 minutes ago, bro. You were attacking me like the Roman gladiator in the Colosseum, bro. I'm over here fighting a tiger. Yeah. I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, yeah, you know, I don't even jerk off. And they're like, really? You quit watching porn and jerking off? I was like, oh, not for like any self-righteous reasons. I have a predator in the house.
Yeah.
Whose vision is based off movement, dude. You're over there jerking off and you just see him like. You're like, Banjo. No, you got your dick on your covers. You just.
Bro, I've never heard this complaint from a cat person. Is that really a thing?
Yes, dude, because he'll pounce. Like, if you move your feet underneath the covers, dude, he will pounce, claws out. So it's like, you're over there jerking off. You better not have headphones on. It's like a scene from National Geographic. Like, The gray cat has chosen his prey.
The
The predator lurks in the shadows.
At that point, you hope he goes for the hand instead. Yeah. You know?
The prey is lost in ex-hamster. He's blinded by titties.
You need to get something to distract him for that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's called Get Him the Fuck Out of the Room.
Yeah.
But now it's like between him and my girlfriend, it's like jerking off is just not worth it. It's
not worth it.
It's not worth fighting a lion and then the possible shocking embarrassment of getting caught jerking off by your girlfriend. It's like, oh boy. She's like, what the fuck?
Have you ever been caught by a girlfriend before?
I tried to do a little snoozy jerk while she was sleeping in the bed, and I was trying to. She woke up like, what are you doing?
And you
and
never
I didn't even have the balls to just be like, I'm jerking off because you were sleeping. I was just like, nothing, dude. Go back to sleep.
You've never thought more about what you're actually doing than in that moment. Yeah. You're like, what am I doing?
She like rolls over. She's like, are you watching Family Matters and jerking off? Did I do that? Like, what about this is sexual?
No, it's the Cosby Show.
Yeah, that's not good. That's what I'm saying. Dude, one time I was like drying off and he was sitting outside of the shower and he's just staring at me and I was like looking down at my balls like, don't you fucking dare. Like if he jumped up and swatted him, it would just take one swat.
Yeah.
I mean, it would hurt.
It's a big problem.
Because, dude, his claws stick into cat toys. And I mean, dude.
Bro, if it catches the sack, you're like Patrick now. Maybe worse. You maybe lose both of your nuts.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Think about that next time you...
I don't. I give him the butt. I turn butt towards...
What you need is a bag and a river, buddy.
Shut up. No way. No way. Shout out Banjo.
What a crazy
He can't even be in the room. Shout out Banjo. He can't be in the room, dude.
He'll watch this later.
Yeah, because he'll fuck everything up. As soon as we tried to let him in, he was just like immediately went to the fucking...
Yeah, he just started
the camera.
Rubbing on the camera tripod.
Yeah.
Like,
immediately. Immediately. We're like, we'll give you one chance.
It's literally the only thing that you can't do in this room. Yeah. And it was just his favorite thing.
So, yeah, man. So we're setting up, doing the mobile podcast. And this is going to be a thing. I think we're going to do some... We got some ideas coming up. We're going to do a bunch of these. Yeah, we're going to do the podcast in some fun locations.
Yeah. We're going to get weird with it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I'm excited for Colombia.
I'm excited for a campfire. I cannot wait to do.
We're going to do a campfire podcast.
Yeah. I think we should do something with the projector and the screen. That's gotta be something. Our neighbor walked out the other day, and we were in the back of the truck with an air mattress, watching Friday the 13th with like blankets in the back of my truck. We had this giant blow up screen with the projector. Yeah, we're smoking a joint. My neighbor came outside and was like, "Y'all really doing it up out here?" We're like Halloween, bro. Dude, that movie sucks. By the way, Friday the 13th, the original.
Yeah, not good.
Well, when you just go...
Wait, Friday, is that Jason?
No, that's his mom. That's where the mom is still killing everybody.
I never watched those.
It's so cheesy. Like, I knew it was cheesy, but then I went back and watched it and was like, yo,
like
this is...
cheesy?
Yeah, this is not even enjoyable.
Damn, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's one of the classics.
I mean...
But I never saw that. I saw the Halloweens. I've seen most of the classics, but those, it's like... By the time I could have watched them, I didn't feel like
You know what's crazy about Halloween? Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Sorry. Tell me that neighborhood doesn't look like the neighborhood.
You almost knocked over our Dry County Old 41s.
The plug, you're like, Dry County, Old 41. It's all over my fucking floor. No, but shout out
We've got to pause the podcast to clean it up.
Yeah, technical difficulties. I just ruined the laptop. No, shout out to Dry County, though. I like the Old 41. The oatmeal stout is delicious.
All right, what were you saying?
I have no idea.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
It was Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah. About how bad that movie sucks. But our neighborhood looks just like Halloween. Yeah. Like when you watch Halloween, I watched it and I was like walked outside and was like, damn, our neighborhood looks just like that.
Yeah, there's just not enough hedges.
But it's because I guess it's the same year because that was probably what, the 70s?
I don't care.
I think that's what this neighborhood is. It's old as fuck.
Man, with old horror movies, it doesn't matter what year they came. They're just old horror movies and new horror movies.
Yeah. So what's your favorite new horror movie? Because I was talking about this at work.
Ooh.
What's the new one that you've seen? Everybody was saying Conjuring 2. I've never seen it.
I
heard that's scary.
I don't remember the second one at all. I might have been hammered when I watched it. I don't remember.
That's the only way.
But the first one made an impression on me. Like
Really?
the first one was like, oh shit, that was a good scary movie.
See, I still haven't seen it.
Really? Even the original?
No, I haven't seen
those are
them.
good ones.
I want to see it. Everybody was telling me to do it. So I'm on it.
The
Conjuring,
movie
I'll watch
that
it.
got me into horror movies again, because like I kind of just stopped watching them for like a lot of my teenage years. And then I was in Korea and Sinister came.
Sinister.
And bro, I watched that movie with
In
like
the theaters?
Yeah, with like
Oh,
8
nice.
other soldiers, and we were fucking freaking out walking back, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, nighttime in Korea?
Yeah, dude. It was a fun time.
What's a Korean movie theater like?
No, so we watched that at the On Base one.
Oh, okay.
So it was like 6 months after the movie came out.
Nice.
But it was like $5 tickets.
It probably just came out in Korea too.
No. Korea, I went to Korean theaters like a couple times. And it's like what movie theaters are now.
What's the food like?
I don't think I ate, but it's like the same. It's popcorn,
same,
hot
same.
dogs, shit like that.
Oh, okay. Damn. See, in my mind, I was like, did they have a better cuisine in
No.
theaters?
No, but no, it's like what theaters are now, where it's like assigned seats. That
Oh,
you
yeah.
pick
Which
where
is
you're
bullshit.
sitting. Like it was like that when I was there in like 2013.
See, do you like that? I don't like that.
I didn't like it at the time,
No, I don't like it now.
but
Like, what the fuck?
we watched some superhero movie. I can't remember which one.
They're all the same.
Yeah, that's the problem with those. You're like
if you watch one, you watch them all,
you're
dude.
10 years out, and you're like, I have no fucking idea
Yeah,
what movie
Spider-Man's
that
black.
was. That's so that you'll start remembering. You'll be like, was this black Spider-Man or white Spider-Man? And that's how you remember which one it is.
And then they're like, and this is all the Spider-Mans.
you're like,
People
"Oh,
are like, I
fuck."
cried in the movie. You're like, bro, you need to get outside.
I didn't watch it.
You need to go outside.
Did you watch it?
Yeah. And people were crying in the movie theater. I was like, how sad
it's
is your
not
life,
that sad.
dude? Yeah.
I don't know, man. A good thing. I'll cry watching a movie sometimes.
Not Spider-Man.
Yeah, not Spider-Man.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah, you're right. I forgot we were talking about Spider-Man.
now, my mom one time put on I Am Sam and told me nothing about it, dude. Put on I Am Sam, said nothing, and I was just watching this movie crying. I like looked over at her like, hey, fuck you, bro. Why would you play this? Like, why would you not tell me anything? Now I'm invested in this guy, this slow guy, getting his child back, and I'm crying in the court scene. Like, this is awful. You just ruined my Tuesday night. Now I got to go to bed and go to school in the morning. Like, what the fuck? Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh, my God.
I've heard of it.
It is rough.
It's a rough one.
It's so sad. It is unbelievably sad.
It's the saddest movie.
Yeah, and you're totally invested.
Oh,
it's about a slow guy, a special needs man that has a daughter. And
When did it come out?
I have no idea, but they take the custody away. So he's like in court trying to get custody of his
They
daughter.
take the custody.
Yeah, they take custody away. Sorry, the custody,
Yeah.
and they take custody away, and it's like there's this court scene where he's been such a good dad,
Yeah.
and he's crying. And you're like, this is
sad. Like,
fucking terrible.
why? Like, whenever, because they're always so happy.
Yeah.
When one of them's crying, you're like, oh, this is a problem.
Oh no. It is a dark world. Like, Jesus. Fuck. You're right. Fucking I should do it. I'm gonna do it. Y'all want to see my favorite color? Everybody, I'm ready. This guy.
Mom, where do you keep the gun again?
Red's dead, right? Safety off.
Jesus.
I mean,
Anyway, I'm not going to watch that movie.
Anyway, today's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought it would be funny. Everybody told me not to. But I thought it'd be funny to do a BetterHelp ad where you're like, if you don't sponsor us, I'm going to kill myself.
If you don't pay me for this ad I'm doing right
if
now.
you don't sponsor me, I'm going to fucking kill myself.
You know how they would respond, right? They would be like, we will absolutely sponsor you. We're going to pay you in unlimited sessions.
Yeah, it's right. You got a free subscription like Audible.
Forever. You call us. If you call the operator and say your name, they are going to take care of you. Like you can call our HR department. They're going to help you out.
Have you ever been to therapy?
No.
Really? Never?
Never.
Wow. I went when I was younger.
You were like a kid that they made do it.
Yeah, I guess I was like I told you before. We never really got into it, but yeah, I was like the only kid that was like in gifted classes and resource for anger management. Like, he's like we've never. We've never had dual citizenship.
You're in both. You really had the full school experience though.
Yeah, right.
You got all sides. Not everybody got that.
No, nobody else got that. Apparently.
I bet if you Googled it right now, you're like, one child in history.
Yeah, you're like, Timothy McVeigh.
2.
Like, holy shit. Yeah, somebody went on a big conspiracy rant the other day about how the gifted program was the CIA's way of keeping tabs on people.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised. I was like,
but yeah. Do you have proof? Like, I believe you, but I'm not going to, like, live up with it.
Yeah, you're like,
you know what I mean?
And they're keeping tabs on everything.
Yeah. It's kind of like...
You're like, you need to dig a little deeper, bro. You're almost there.
Are they listening to your phone?
Yeah. He's
like, no, they're not. Of course they are. Obviously.
He's like, dude, I think they can turn your camera on your laptop on. You're like,
why
you're getting there, buddy.
Why do you think I have the sticker?
I know. You're like, you're getting it, dude.
Yeah. But here's the thing. The reason it's a sticker on my laptop is because I never do it. I always forget whenever I'm doing. Holy shit. Is this the time that this cat wants to show me affection for the first time?
Yeah, Fiona in the house.
Come hang out.
Look at Fiona making a special appearance.
Oh,
She's
look
so
at that.
sweet. Bro, she chose you.
Oh, she's never gotten this close to me.
Yeah.
Okay. See, now we're cool.
Yeah, she's so gentle, you know? She's a very gentle cat.
Yeah. She's really like I still, right now, I feel like if I moved quickly.
Oh, she'd be out of here.
She might break something.
Yeah, she'd be gone. Underneath the couch.
But at least she wouldn't, like, claw me, right?
No, not at all. Never. She's so sweet. She's the sweetest. Yeah. She's the one that I told you.
Banjo's the murder cat.
No, but Banjo can be sweet. Like, he can be real. Cats are like that, bro. Cats are very, like, when they choose you, they choose you. Other than that, do not fucking touch them. Like, they're like, that's why I told that whole joke about, like, if you want to cut yourself, rub this one's tummy. I mean, like, there are cats that, like, my buddy has 2 Maine Coons, and they're giant. Shout out, Jake. And these motherfuckers are white. They look like something off like an anime. They're these big, giant fucking Maine Coons. And I was over at his house, and we're all stoned, and I walked over to this one cat, and he goes, oh, no.
Don't.
You can touch his sister. Like, you can touch the other one, not that one. I'm like,
you're going to have to fight that one.
Yeah, I looked at this cat like, dude, they're so big. They're like 20-something pounds. I was like, dude, this thing would put a hurting on you.
Dude, a 20-pound cat, like.
Would fuck you up.
Yeah, if you.
For sure.
How long do you think it would take you to subdue one of them? And how many injuries do you think you would take?
I don't know. It depends on how long his claws are. If his claws haven't been clipped, you're in a lot of trouble because if
you're fighting this cat, its claws probably haven't been clipped.
You're gonna have to swing like a man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to start really throwing some punches and kicks, bro. Like fuck.
No,
that.
I take that principle anytime I'm fighting an animal.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter
for real,
bro. If a squirrel squares up with me, I'm gonna punt that bitch.
The mental image of you on like a college campus just fucking battling a squirrel.
Nah, dude. Because here's the thing:
people walking by, you like, you don't know what's up, bro. He started it. They're like, bro, that's a squirrel. Here's
the thing: I think I could kick a squirrel pretty easy if it was coming at me.
You don't think it would put a move on you?
I think if it did, I would be able to.
There's no way it would.
I'd be able to get it with my hands if it did. Because the only move it really has is to either stop.
Okay, let me paint
or
a picture
jump
for
at
you,
me.
bro. What's gonna happen is you're gonna try to kick, and you're gonna be freaking out first off because he's running straight at you. You're like kamikaze squirrel.
Nah.
So you're gonna fucking do a quick kick, and he's going to jump your leg, and then he's gonna run up your leg. Now that's gonna alarm your senses because it's a vermin running up your leg. So that's gonna alarm your whole system. So then you're gonna go into freak out mode, which is gonna look like what, dude?
Yeah.
It got up in your hair and was.
That would bother me a lot, dude.
Now you're just a guy running across wherever you are, college campus with a squirrel in your.
Keegan, I'm not allowed on college campuses anymore.
I don't know. That was just where I remember the college, like on Kennesaw State, those squirrels gave zero fucks because they were so desensitized to people.
Bro, you ever? So when I was in job training in the Army, geese. You ever run in with geese, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, we had a family of geese who made their nest next to the door of the barracks for like my AIT job training.
The big ones? Like a big ass goose? Yeah. That's big goose. Yeah, fuck that.
Like, so we would like march back from like lunch or from like class, and there'd be like these geese right outside, and all the sergeants would be like, because here's the thing, there were two doors. There was the front door that we weren't allowed to use.
Oh no.
We had to go around the side door, which is where the goose nest was.
Yeah, geese use the back door.
Yeah. So the sergeant would just be
Guard
like,
goose.
everybody go into, this room and we'll do a little whatever thing.
Yeah.
And then they'd just be like, go. And then they would turn around and go in the door, and then we would all have to navigate, just like 50 dudes.
Are they snapping at you?
Oh, yeah. They're like trying to chase people around. What? Like, yeah. Yeah. No, it's like, they're mad geese, and they're trying to get you.
Yeah.
And they're
goosing you.
Yeah. They're really.
Goose. That's what the term comes from.
So like it was literally for like almost the whole time. We had to deal with.
That's crazy that you
we
just
had to like
guard geese.
Yeah, we had to just contend with. Sometimes there was one time we stopped the formation before we got to the door because they were right in front of the main doors. So they just like stopped us there, and we're like, okay, we'll just release over here.
Yeah,
today.
fuck off, dude. I'm not dealing with this goose.
Because it's like once the sergeant has to deal with it,
hurts,
they
dude.
can't be seen. They can't be seen showing weakness fighting a goose. Like if that goose comes at one of these instructors,
if it's quacking you,
that man has to punch that goose in the head.
You got to strangle it.
Like he has to kill that goose.
Like the people in Chinatown gets strangled a goose.
I wish I had seen. That would have been, bro, to just watch a grown man fight a goose to the death.
Yeah, to the death.
Because here's the thing, the goose is never going to kill the man.
One of us is going home in a body bag, goose. Feathers flying.
I'm going to make you for my family later.
Arm bar and
Take
a goose.
Arm bar. See, I pictured more of grabbing its neck and flailing.
That's what I was thinking, like in Chinatown, how they do it. Yeah. My mom said that.
But also, by the way, kicking a goose, also hilarious.
Good luck, because it's only going to... It's going to kick and fly up at you, bro. It's coming back down. It's like Super Smash Brothers. It's coming back with that Jigglypuff fucking attack.
What if right before you kick it, you grab its neck?
Oh, see, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Now you're punting a goose.
That would be...
Now you're fucking... Now you're Hulk smashing. You're just back and forth.
You can't tell me that wouldn't be fun, That would be a fun time.
It would be like, though, when you're like a kid and you kill an animal and you're like, that's going to be awesome. And then you just sit on the curb like...
But as an adult man, I think that you are
we should start a rage room where you just go in and kill a goose. You just pay a fee. And we're like, dude, you go in there and it's you versus that goose. And then we make our side money by streaming people going in there thinking they're badass and that goose fucking them up.
But then just like doing a commentary over it.
Absolutely.
Of just people being silly.
Put on Cameo so we get like D-list celebrities to say catchphrases. So the whole time that somebody's fighting a goose, it's like just some loser.
See, I like this idea a lot because... I mean, why stop at geese? You know what I mean? Like,
oh, why not?
Like, get a deer in there.
Are we recreating chicken fights, like cockfighting. We're like, dude, what if you had chickens?
But it's people fighting them, so it's fine. Like like a deer.
And
like
you still gave them razor blades?
Like imagine you can go in to a room with a deer that is like sedated, and then you can just fight that deer to the death.
All right, let me tell you a story. So my dad was telling us a story that back in the day there was this
why
bar.
not upgrade it, do the full hostel?
Let me tell you this. So there was a bar that my dad said that they went to in the 80s. And this is no bullshit because we looked it up. I'm not going to give any specifics.
Please do.
So
later.
Yeah, I will. I'll give you the name of the place and everything. But he said that like these dudes, they had a bear that they would bring in, a big ass brown bear. And it was like old as shit, didn't have claws, and guys would sign up to wrestle it. Oh, and there was like a line out the door, and my dad was like, dude, it got crazy. Bro. People lining up to wrestle a bear.
Did it still have teeth?
I think it was so old it didn't have teeth, or they put a muzzle on it.
Because I was going to say, that thing could still bite your head.
Yeah, you didn't have to think about the teeth. It was more like literally just an old bear, and they would wrestle it, and it would still just throw people around.
Dude, if it lays on you, you're done.
But what kind of a place was that? And how awesome was that place? I mean, that's an amazing place.
If I could open for men wrestling for a bear, that would be an honor to my comedy career.
Yeah, that's what we should do for the live show. Just wrestle a bear and geese.
Do you think there's, I mean...
They're like, this has nothing to do with the podcast.
Here's the thing. I still like the fight a deer idea because I think that a deer is a tougher fight.
Bro, a deer's going to fuck you up with those hooves.
Nah, you got it.
I'm so scared of horses every time I'm around a horse.
Yeah, but a deer is so much smaller than a horse.
No, that's what I'm saying. It would be like stilettos. Stiletto. Pumps.
Like, here's the thing.
The club, bro, a deer would be fucking your face up.
Man, I'm not going to say that a deer's not going to hurt a little bit, but as long as...
You think you could manhandle a deer? You think you could kill a deer?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You could kill it? Yeah. Dude, I might have told this on this podcast. I'm
now,
going to tell you
actually,
again.
Here's an important distinction. Male, female deer.
Oh, see, that's no way you're killing a buck.
Yeah, So
you're talking about Bambi's mom. Like, you're going to strangle Bambi's mom? Well, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're like, I don't know about an adult deer.
Well, here's the thing about a buck.
But a fawn, I'll fuck up.
I'll punt a fawn.
It's like, dude, just a mental image of you just fucking, like, elbow dropping a deer.
Well, no, because, I mean... If you
Some real Minnesota talk right now.
If you can get a hold of that motherfucker's antlers, you got it.
No, you don't, dude. His neck strength is just gonna. They rut. They go out there and fucking slam shit with their horns.
Yeah, they're kind of pussies though.
Bro, you're gonna get a fucking horn into your lung like a balloon.
Bro, I've killed 9 deers in my life. Fucking any deer out there wants to challenge me, I will. There was one I could have.
This turned into a WWE life.
Bro, there was one of them.
Real quick. Yo, all the deer out there.
I swear, the last deer I ever shot, and it went through my head. I theoretically could have Rambo killed this deer because I had a knife on me, like a good sized blade, and. I saw it coming in, and it walked directly underneath my deer stand. Wow. And I was like, bro.
You could have just jumped off that deer stand.
And just fucking, yeah. But here's the thing. I didn't weigh this much then. Okay. So, like, here's the thing. Now, I probably weigh about the same as a deer.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I think that I have the weight where if I can get his horns, I can control that motherfucker by controlling his head.
I don't know, dude.
I think I can
Maybe I'm thinking of an elk.
You're probably thinking of an elk. A white-tailed deer standing up isn't like eye level with a person.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of an elk.
I mean, it could fuck you up if you messed up. Yeah. But like I think I would win. I think I could take a deer one-on-one.
That's such a funny
dude. One-on-one in a room. If you give me a knife, there's no question in my
absolutely.
mind.
You have a knife, I think.
Yeah.
The Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah. Speaking of crocodile, you think you could do it?
No.
With a knife?
No. So hold on before I forget. So when I first moved to Cherokee County, right? I'm riding in the car with this dude, and we're going to church. It's Sunday morning. So like we wake up after just partying all night. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, my mom said we have to go to Sunday school. I'm like, bro, like, what? Like, at that point, I hadn't been to church in a long time.
Yeah.
I thought he was kidding. I was like, okay. So we're on the way to church, and this was when I first moved out there. So I'm trying to make friends. I'm not used to being out. Like, it's not the country, but it's country. It's more country than what I'm used to.
Like,
so
you're not sure if there's going to be snakes at this church.
Right? I'm on the way, like. So as we're driving, he's like, oh, fuck, dude. And he pulls over, and there's a deer on the side of the road, but I guess it had just been hit. So it's still, like, you know, doing its thing, like hobbling around.
Metal.
Dude, so my buddy fucking jumps out of the car, runs over there, and fucking grabs this deer's head and slits its throat. Just like,
oh, yeah.
I'm like,
pretty sick.
In church clothes.
Yeah.
And then he just got back in the car, and he's like, I didn't want it to suffer. And I was just like, dude, you could have at least told me, because I didn't know what he got out of the car for. I didn't really even notice the deer. I'm just like, he pulled over. I'm over there like, bopping around, listening to music. I look over and he's just slitting a deer's throat, looking at me. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
That's so sick.
Like, you just took a soul. Like, just. Like,
no, but that was like that needed to happen.
Oh, it did. It did.
The only other way that deer was going to die was being eaten.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm just saying I was like, you could have gave me a heads up that you're sacrificing an animal.
My dad told me a story a long time ago. Yeah. I was like a teenager, and I don't even remember if it was my dad or one of my uncles, but somebody in my family,
an elder in the family,
somebody in my family was driving in their truck to prom with their date and hit a deer. And then he had to get out with a tire iron.
Oh no.
And so that's the kind of northern Wisconsin my family is.
Murdering a deer with a bouquet on
dude.
What is that? A corsage?
Yeah, like
a little corsage. You're just beating a fucking deer. It's like that scene from True Romance.
Oh man, I got blood on my corsage.
It's like that scene from True Romance. James Gandolfini's just beating the shit out of. But a deer would be in place of Alabama Worley.
Yeah. I don't know. I think with a tire iron, you can pretty much finish your deer.
So brutal.
One hit. I think you can really finish her off.
When I lived in that shitty apartment.
This might be our most hated episode. I just realized we're just talking about killing animals.
When I lived in that shitty apartment, bro, it was when I first started dating my ex. And she was at the house, and we're just sitting there. And I had put a sticky trap down because there was mice.
Oh,
and
those
I was
are
like,
the worst.
I do not want a mouse to run out while I'm trying to fuck this girl. You know, I want this to be nice. And then, dude, we're sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden, there's just. She's like, what the fuck is? And I immediately knew what it was.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit.
Immediately, I knew. I was like, oh. So I go in there, dude. I look at him. I like open up the kitchen, like underneath the kitchen sink, and he's just staring at me. And I immediately was like, "Why did I do this? Like, at least if I trapped him, he'd be dead." Because now I'm like, "This is awful." Yeah. I'm thinking about his life.
It's a lot easier from the other room. You snap. And then she's like, "What was that?" You're like, "What?
So
what was what?"
How horrible is the end for this guy? Dude,
no, that guy
I put him in a trash bag, so I did because I didn't want her to see him. So as I'm walking by with a trash bag, it's just
oh, it's moving.
Oh, bro!
No, you got to slam that bitch on the ground a couple times.
I didn't want to do it in the kitchen. I'm in a studio apartment. She's literally right there. So I'm like, as I'm walking out, she sits up in bed. She goes, "What are you gonna do with him?" And I said, "I'm gonna." As I'm walking out,
you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like a lady who's done the same thing.
Dude, I went out there, and I had to take this big ass cinder block, and I looked at him like, "I am so sorry, bro. I am so sorry."
Why didn't you just do it in the bag?
That's what I'm saying. I threw it down.
Oh,
and I'm like out there, like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Threw it down.
Bro, for mice? Nah.
No, dude. This was a rat.
Oh, yeah, for
this
rats?
This motherfucker was...
Why would you apologize to a rat?
Because I just didn't want to take a soul at the time. And I was so high on these edibles. We ate all these edibles, so we're already lounging, like watching shark documentaries or something. So I come back in, and I thought it was going to be cool. And as I come back in, she's like, "You murdered him." Like, she was just like, could not drop it.
Wow.
She was high on these edibles.
Just a crazy lady.
I'm like, what do you want me to do? She's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you want to hang out with him in here?
Yeah.
Because that's what he was coming to do.
I did it one time in a house I lived at, and it only got one of his paws, and I had like a release one. So I took him outside, and I was like, dude, it's okay. You're going to make it. He was a little mouse, little Stuart Little. And I took him off the thing, and he's like.
And he ran straight inside.
He goes like down the driveway, and he turns around and looks at me like the end of the Hulk. He's like, he's just like looking down the street, and I'm like, you're going to make it, dude. You're doing all right. And then all of a sudden I looked up and there's like 9 fucking sets of eyes of these cats. Just like this fucking, I lived in this
You're
neighborhood.
not gonna make
Dude,
it.
the neighborhood cats are down there like West Side Story, like, I'm like, bro, you're about to die a horrific death. And you got a little limp paw, bro. You stand, and you know cats will not finish the job.
No, they'll play with you for a while,
days.
For a while.
Yeah, he got tortured like the Guantanamo Bay out there.
You should have crushed that one with a brick.
Yeah, they had him on like a fucking stool, pillowcase over his head, torturing that little mouse. I had a real connection with him, though. I really felt bad. I was looking at him, dude. We like saw eye to eye.
If that was your friend, then why did you let him go?
I let him off the thing. I didn't know that there was a whole street gang of murderers, dude. They're like, hey, I say.
Bro, you killed that mouse so much meaner.
Yeah, I know.
You gave that mouse the illusion of hope
I
that
didn't
it could
know.
live.
I had no idea, dude.
Do you feel bad about it now?
No, because I know my intentions. I was like, dude, because there was a moment where he's walking down the driveway and it was beautiful, and then I looked up and saw their eyes glowing in the dark.
Keegan, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You really fucked that mouse up.
I did.
That's why I say just when you run into an animal in your apartment, you should murder it.
Just murder it, dude.
Yeah. I'm still battling that lizard, by the way.
I think that lizard is what stinks.
No way.
Yes.
Because now I know where.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it live here on the podcast. I think it's a dead lizard. This dude had a lizard in his
here's the
studio.
thing.
Not even a week ago, and then it's like all of a sudden he's like, something stinks. I'm like,
Nah.
it's that lizard. They couldn't get out of your house.
Keegan, it's still around.
No, that was another lizard. You have a lizard infestation.
Oh, man.
Which is not the worst.
I don't know. I've
That's
only
not a
seen
bad
one.
infestation. Dude, we'll just bring Banjo and Fiona over there. No more lizards.
Hang out for like a day.
I feel like
we'll see.
everybody's going to critique how I'm sitting this episode. I've been all
It's
over the
fine.
place. I
Don't
do
be
like
a
this
pussy.
chair, though. Feels nice.
It's your chair. It's a good
like
thing
it.
you like it because it's yours.
I know. I was like, should we take this to the live show? This
No.
exact show.
No. No, Keegan.
Drive my truck.
What are we going to do with you?
I don't know.
Why? Like,
Oh, dude. So I got to tell this story. I thought about it. I got to tell this story.
All
So
right.
I was thinking about it. So we were talking about. I didn't realize that girls spend a lot on pants. Had no idea. Like their clothes cost a lot because I was telling a group of girls that I got
wait,
jeans.
pants do?
Pants.
They're more expensive than ours?
Apparently, all of their clothes are more expensive. But I was like, yo, I got $15 jeans at TJ Maxx. And this girl was like, what did you just say? She was like, pardon me? You got,
I mean,
what?
to be fair, that is a price where I'm like, are they still running that sale? I might have to head over there.
Hey, let me tell you, the
$15
fly is
jeans.
broken. So you got to constantly check them. Let me see it.
No, I got
Okay. So I was like telling him about TJ Maxx jeans. Then I started thinking about TJ Maxx. Did you ever shop at TJ Maxx? Have you ever shopped there?
Not really, no. I've been in it. I've been through a TJ Maxx on the way to the mall.
Yeah. Boy, malls are dead, but we'll get to that later. So I was thinking about TJ Maxx, and I was like, I never really go because when I was a kid, my mom always used to make us go to TJ Maxx, and it was like, dude, I had PTSD from it. I like hated. Then I went the other day. I was like, dude, this place rules. Like it's just cheap shit.
Yeah,
What more could I ask
worth
for?
doing it.
Yeah, it's like cheap clothes, cheap jackets, but
Yeah, I do need a new cheap clothes place
So-
because I'm done with Walmart.
dude, TJ Maxx. Let me tell you, TJ Maxx sponsor us. So this is how trash we are. When I was a kid, man, we went to TJ Maxx, right? And so we're walking around TJ Maxx. My mom hated it because me and my brother were bored to death. So we're like hiding in the shit and we're like running around. She was always like, "Y'all fucking behave." So we're in TJ Maxx, and my brother for the whole time is not saying anything, and that's like peculiar. You know,
Okay,
that's like weird. He's not saying anything.
He's normally the problem.
Well, we're just together. We're just bored brothers, so we're fucking with each other. But he's not saying anything. So I'm like kind of looking at him like, what is going on with Blake? He's not saying anything. So as we get to the register, my mom's like waiting to cash out. Now TJ Maxx will have long lines, and it's like a wraparound line.
Wow, it has long lines at the place where they sell $15 jeans.
Yeah, So we're sitting there, and my mom looks at my brother, and she's like, "What's going on with you? Like, what is happening?" And my brother looks at her after not saying anything, and he holds his finger up. Dude, he had one of the size rings that you get off the rack.
Yeah.
Stuck down on his finger. And his finger's just black.
Oh, no.
He's been just walking around TJ Maxx like, oh my God.
Is it going to fall off?
He's just walking around with his jacket pocket trying to pull it off like.
You can't get it off.
Just looking at my mom every time she looks at something. He's like.
Yeah.
Can't get it.
Oh,
so, dude,
man.
Then we get to the register. So
That's
my mom
brutal.
is not known for being calm. she's
freaking out.
Yeah,
she's like, he's going to lose his finger.
Yeah, so they immediately are like, we go up to the register, and my mom's like, my son's finger, she holds my brother's hand up, and the lady behind the register, she's like, oh my God. So she gets out a pair of scissors, and she's like, we'll cut it off. My brother thought she meant his finger. So he freaks. He's like, no, don't come up. Dude.
Oh, man.
The biggest scene in TJ,
Yeah.
like we were the white trash central. Like, that's so funny.
I feel like...
I'll look back on that. Like I forgot that memory. And then we were talking about TJ Maxx and it like opened. I'll never forget him just being dead silent the entire time and then just holding a finger up and it's like black.
Oh, man.
The panic,
like
the silent panic of just walking through a shitty TJ Maxx, just like, I cannot get this medium size rack ring off my finger.
Bro, like, it's funny how when you're a kid, you'll do shit like that. You'll just be like, I don't think this will fit, but let's try.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I was at
like as an adult now, like every time you're like, I don't think that'll fit.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm not going to do that.
Hey, and if you ever do get something stuck on your finger, my aunt owned a jewelry store.
Just cut your finger off.
Yeah, just cut your finger off with scissors. My aunt owned a jewelry store. Windex is really good to use.
Windex?
That's what they used if you got a ring stuck on your finger at the jewelry store. My aunt had a jewelry store that when you touched the display case, you would get shocked.
That's hilarious.
Like the one on the way to the left.
Like how much would you get shocked?
I mean, enough to...
like a joking amount?
Yeah, like a joking amount, but like she would just steer people away from that case so they wouldn't lean on it.
Yeah. But then, wait, it was on purpose, right?
No,
it
was just poorly wired. What are you talking about? On purpose?
I thought
no, it was like the lighting in the case, but if you touch the back of the case,
I thought you were talking about they had a joke case.
No, dude. It's a poorly fucking...
That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. And it was on their side. And when we were kids, we'd try to get each other to touch it.
That's so funny, dude. That's such a kid thing to do, is just be like...
Dude, my friend
I'll give you $1 if you lick that case.
Yeah. So this is in the early 90s. Our neighbor had one of those the dog fences that was just the one wire.
Yeah.
And so we would grab it and everybody would hold hands. And it was like, so they did it to me, got the piss shocked out of me. Where it would go. And then it's like, once you get shocked, it's like, well, I don't want to be the only one that gets shocked. So then you try to convince somebody else. Like, yo, come here, dude. We're going to do this cool thing.
It's like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, immediately you're like, well, that sucked. Let's do that to somebody else.
Yeah. Bro, I
hated that.
Getting shocked is the worst.
What's the worst you've ever been shocked? Because we're both men of trade.
Yeah. So I haven't been shocked with work really at all. But when I was in high school, we had like one of like the small tasers.
Oh, nice.
Like not the one that'll like knock you out.
Right.
But the one that will constrict whatever muscle it hits.
Oh,
and like it's not comfortable.
No.
But like it's manageable.
Electricity is never comfortable.
Bro, so we would play this game where you'd take Actually, I might have told this on the podcast.
Tell it again. We got
so we would do a game where we would get a thing of eggs and a jar, and you put $1 in the jar, and you take an egg, and the thing is hold it and get tased for 5 seconds without breaking the egg.
Oh, you've never told this.
And whoever can do it gets all the money in the jar. And I think one guy did it once.
That's awesome.
Where you just fight, you're just fighting electricity.
We should do that on the live podcast.
Oh, it would be fun, but I don't know if I wanna.
I'll do it. If I have a couple beers, I'll definitely do it.
And to be honest, as soon as you do it, I'll be like, I fucking have to now.
If we hit a lull in the live podcast and like there's like we're on stage and we're like panicking, I'm gonna just electrocute myself and like slam an egg into
Keegan,
my
I'm gonna be working way harder than you ever see me.
No,
what we would do
that would be funny if we started bombing and then all of a sudden I electrocuted myself and like smashed an egg and nobody knows the joke.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? This guy's having a nervous breakdown.
Here's the thing. Those are a scary thing to introduce into a friend group.
Oh, yeah. A taser?
Yeah.
Yeah. In a high school friend group, you don't say.
Yeah. Because there's like the funnest thing to do is when you see somebody standing with all of their weight on one leg.
You son of a bitch.
You tase that leg and they fall over.
Kids are to never be trusted.
No, it was fun. So what I'm saying is if I get a taser for this, it's going to make other appearances. Like we're going to tase a guest at some point. That's the end of it. That's where that ends.
Only with
just so you
tase consent.
If we start this, here's the thing. I feel like tasers have been done on podcasts. We need to like.
I think the taser with the egg is a fun challenge. That's a fun. I've never heard of that.
What if we? Yeah.
That's some real Minnesota shit.
Yeah.
Hey, so the worst I've ever been shocked was I worked for a guy. Fuck him. That was a general contractor, and he got us like on this thing where, so he didn't tell us what the job was. We just worked for him and always do stuff. We'd go do flooring. We'd go do all these things. He just did everything.
You were burying
all of a sudden,
mod bodies and floors.
No, just kind of, yeah. But then all of a sudden, he signs us up to be the maintenance guys at a halfway house in the not good part of Atlanta. And we show up and we're like, wait, what?
That's good.
And they took these falling down like foreclosed apartments and turned them into living for this like people out of like halfway houses. Dude, it was insane. Like you would go into this place like, why is anything done like this? Like nothing was up to code, but I went into this one place. So we walk in and they're like, yo, my washer and dryer's not working. So I go in there. And I'm trying to look at this thing. I like bullshit in my way. Like, I would do stuff with the dude. Like, the guy I was working with, like, when we do flooring, he knew what to do. So, like, they had me, like, on charge this day. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Of this stuff.
So I go in there, and I'm trying to fix this washer and dryer. And as I'm in there, I'm trying to figure it out. And the dude I'm with is like, we're talking to each other. We're like, I don't know what's going on with it. And these dudes start fucking fighting. So they're arguing, and it's two grown-ass men that are like in and out of prison.
That's good.
And they're one dude's in the kitchen, the other dude's in the living room. Some of them, they're squatted behind this like washer and dryer, and all of a sudden, it's like getting physical. Where like the roommates are coming out, this dude's pushing this dude, and they're like starting to fight. And I'm like, yo, you guys. And as these dudes are fighting, I put my hand on the back of this fucking dryer, and I didn't realize the whole thing is like live, dude. It hits me so hard, bro. It hit
dryer.
Me. It was like, dude, I go down. I stopped the whole fight because everybody's fighting and tussling. All of a sudden, I'm like,
bro, you brought this halfway house together to.
I'm over there. They're like, Jesus Christ. That shit. I was so high, too. I'm like in there, like, I don't know what's going on. These dudes are fighting. And I just touched it. It was like, I mean, dude, blasting. I could feel it in my fucking teeth.
Oh.
So bad. So bad. That's the worst I've ever. It shocked my soul. Like that shit was like I got blasted, dude. And it's like it was the most crazy. Like you'd be over there working on like an outlet, and you'd like take a cover off an outlet, and like a bag would fall out. And some dude would walk by and pick it up and just stare at you. You're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not your probation officer.
You should have started being like, split it now.
No, I don't want anything these guys had to offer.
That's a good point. They're probably not getting the best.
Fuck no, it was crazy. It was, but then there was people in there that were cool, and you would go into their place, and they genuinely were in a bad situation.
Yeah.
And then you would like help them out and like fix their apartment up, and they were so appreciative. And you're like, that's cool, that's worth it. And then you have apartments where you're just like, this guy's fucking a problem. Like, you're just looking at him like, hey, you need to go back. You need to go back, bro.
You're not going to be around next time I'm here.
Yeah. Keep drinking hot Bud Ice behind the dryer.
Oh.
What is going on?
Bro, if you get out of jail and you're in a halfway house and hot Bud Ice is what you're going.
You back? Yeah.
Oh. Dude. Not even what sends you back. If that's the choice of what you're going for.
We got a cousin that he knows who he is, but we found a fucking hot pack of Natty Lights under his fucking under his bed one time, and his mom was like, "Hot Natty Lights." Like, God, that's a bigger problem than
it's a big yeah. If you had a nice clean Miller High Life.
Yeah, so we got him a hot pack of Natty Lights one year for Christmas. He's like, "Fuck you guys." Dude, my Thanksgiving and Christmas with that side of the family is ridiculous. One time I got busted. Like I got busted for weed at like 14. And so it's like everybody knows, but nobody's saying anything. I got in trouble. It was a big fucking deal. Yeah. And then we're all about to say the prayer. Everybody's holding hands. And my cousin Ryan looks over and goes, let us bow our heads. And he goes, y'all keep an eye on Keegan. Everybody's eyes closed. No telling what he'll do. I was like, dude, he got a killer fucking, murdered. He got a killer response. So I looked at him like,
man.
Like, hey, dude.
On Christmas?
Yeah. On Thanksgiving,
bro? Thanksgiving.
When we're stepping in for Frank's prayer and you're roasting me.
Damn.
Dude. And then, shout out to my other cousin, bro. We were outside getting high one year. Before the prayer. We were outside getting high. My dad comes out and goes, hey, goddamn, y'all. Come on, dude. He goes, everybody's asking about it. Everybody's asking where y'all are at. It's like,
hold the prayer for 5 more minutes.
But it was a pen, so it wasn't egregious. I don't even think my dad knew we were smoking. He just walked outside
if he comes out and you're just burning a joint.
Yeah,
that's
joint, that'd be different. He'd be like, I have to tell him, you know?
Yeah.
No, we were just out there hitting the pen, but it was just funny. He walked outside like, dude, we're literally holding hands waiting on you. Whole family's like, oh, man.
If I have to listen to Grandma tell this story one more time.
Well, my Uncle Frank was notorious for grabbing food during the prayer, bro.
Hell yeah.
He'd be munching a roll.
Uncle Frank, bro?
You look over Frank have a roll during prayer.
You know that's what Uncle Frank's doing.
Oh, dude, I remember Frank was the best.
Uncle Frank is an insatiable monster.
You know, Uncle Frank was the best. I remember Uncle Frank one time being like, bring me a beer. Like, my mom's like, don't ask him to bring you a beer. He's fucking 6.
He's got to learn.
And he goes, I didn't ask him to drink it.
Yeah. I was going to do that after this one.
I was like, that's awesome. That's a great response. I didn't
2
ask
for me,
him to
1
drink
for
it.
him.
Shout out to my family.
That's good.
We got family coming up. Are you going home for the holidays? Do you go home?
No, we're all meeting somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to go where it's cold.
I'm grabbing one more beer. Let's keep it rolling.
Enough of the siblings. Okay, fine.
I said we're grabbing one more.
Tapes, you should.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, professional podcast, dude. No, so what now? All the siblings, what?
I don't know.
No, so
no,
you're going home?
The whole family, no, we're meeting where it's warmer because...
Where do y'all meet? Like Florida?
We're going to meet in South Carolina this time.
Where?
It's where one of my brothers lives there, and that's the one that has a kid. So we're centering around her.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Plus, like, my mom hates the cold, and they live in northern Wisconsin now, so...
Oh, my God. That's real cold.
So they're trying to get out.
Isn't that cool, though, when you have cousins that, like, because my cousin started taking over because he has a nice house, and it's like, you start, as you get older, you're like, I can host, you know?
Yeah, well, I've told you I have so many cousins that, like I have
How big is your side of the family?
Bro.
How big?
The Ludzak side, my dad is the My dad is the youngest of 11.
Holy shit.
So I have like 45 cousins on that side.
So how many people are we talking total?
So we do family reunions every like 3 or 4 years.
How many people are we talking in this reunion?
Like a couple hundred total, probably. Well, because there's like all the aunts and uncles, you know, all the parents, all the grandkids, which is my generation, and then there's like, I think like 25 plus great grandkids now.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I thought my family was big. We threw like 34, I think.
Yeah. So like, we used to do it in the town where like my dad grew up, small town in northern Wisconsin, and we would like take over the town for like a weekend.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
The park, we're the park. The event at the park is us.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. So what does the food look like at your family function?
Oh, buddy.
What's it look like?
In more recent years, they've done like, gotten like barbecue catering.
Okay. Oh, so y'all do catering?
Now.
Okay.
It used to be like, yeah, just like grilling out, you know, just cooking out.
I mean, you have to. Oh, God, you have to for 100 people.
You have to.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because I think the cutoff is like 35 because that's what we have. And it's like anything more than that, fuck that. Because my family does Mexican food on Christmas Eve. So we're from Texas.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like.
Fucking Texas garbage.
Texas. But yeah, we do it. And we do enchiladas and stuff. So it's a lot, though. My aunt comes there and does it all day. It's like a whole. To feed 35 people, it's a fuck ton of people.
Yeah.
And it's like.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on a holiday because everybody's going to eat more than they would usually eat.
So 35 people, I would say when I was growing up, was like the average Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Because there would usually be like a few of the families that lived closer.
Okay.
Would all meet up regularly for like holidays. But then there's like a family that's has been in like Washington State. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like basically all across the northern part of the country.
That's wild. I can't believe your family is like 100 fucking people.
Yeah, we're huge. Well,
so if we do a show out there, are we gonna get 100 people?
Probably not.
Oh, dude, let's get the whole.
Here's the thing: I want to set a show up out there.
I would love to do that.
I got a guy who books some stuff in Duluth. Apparently, sometimes.
Okay.
I don't know if he books enough that we could do like a whole thing. But like I want to try to set up where we could go up there for like a week, stay in the hunting cabin, shoot guns and ride four-wheelers and all that.
Yeah.
But then like if we go for a week, have like 4 to 5 of the days where we can go within like a 2-hour drive to somewhere and do a show.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because it's not densely populated, so you'd have to drive like that.
Have you ever wrecked a four-wheeler?
Bro, one time I rolled a four-wheeler.
What?
On top of myself. Damn. And here's the crazy, my little sister was on the four-wheeler with me, and she rolled it off of me. Like real like adrenaline shit.
Oh, shit.
She was probably like 9.
She hulked out? Oh, she hulked out.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Whoa.
It was...
That's that scary woman strength.
Yeah.
Where you like see a woman do something, you're like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
no, that's that adrenaline shit.
Yeah.
Well, because I rolled it, I made the mistake, and it was on top of me. And she got like thrown off and was fine. Oh,
okay. Yeah.
But we also we didn't have a huge one. We had like a 250.
Okay.
And that thing, I mean, it would probably get up to like 35, 40 top speed.
That's fast as fuck on a little four-wheeler. That's fast as fuck.
But it was like light enough. Like if we were on a gravel road, my favorite thing to do was I could rock it back and forth with my feet and do like a little side-to-side drift, just with my body weight.
That's dope.
So it was like the perfect size.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time.
Just being incredibly reckless.
One time we went on four-wheelers, and I had never really driven them, but we were going with these girls, and it was their four-wheelers. So my buddy's like, yo, this girl's got four-wheelers. So I'm like doing these four-wheelers. I've never done them, but I'm like trying to be cool. Like, yeah, I'm an expert.
Course,
yeah, I'm like a kid. I think we were at least 16 or 17 because we drove. And I remember we were driving, and I went over this little bump. Not a jump, like a bump. And when I went, you were supposed to drift around this corner. And when I drifted, I hit this stump. Dude, it hit the tire, popped the tire. And it was like I held on but it just catapulted the girl whose four-wheelers they were. Like I saw her go over my shoulder, and I was like, oh no, like, and she just ate shit and immediately got the breath knocked out of her. And if you don't know what's happening, like somebody gets the breath knocked out of them, that's a scary sound.
Oh yeah,
they hit the ground, it's just like.
You're like, oh no, they're really hurt.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Yeah. So I go running over there because nothing happened to me. So I go running over there, and I'm trying to, like, my buddy immediately is like, don't touch her, don't touch her. Like, so,
yeah.
Like, don't move her. So we walk up, and she ended up being fine. She just got the breath knocked out of her. But dude, her dad was so mad about the tire. Like, we called him, and he never once
that
asked
was the thing he was the most mad
if
about.
she is okay. He's like,
wow.
You popped the tire. So it got to the point when he showed up, he was so angry that I was like, okay, well, I'm leaving, or I'm gonna call my dad, because you're like, you're starting to terrify
you're getting
me.
Aggressive.
Yeah, like, bro.
Wow.
It's a tire. Like,
I mean,
I had cash because I was waiting tables at the time. I was like, what is a four-wheeler tire? And he's like, I don't want your fucking money. And I'm like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, it's
your daughter's fine. Like, did not care at all about his daughter. He was so mad about it. He just kept being like, you fucked it up. And I'm like,
what a loser.
Yeah, crazy.
That's how I get to work in the morning.
That's how I get to bingo.
I can't get my bingo, I'm going to get back to wife beating.
Yeah, I was looking at her like, are you okay? Are you okay?
That's rough.
Do you want to talk about it? Your dad's just listening to George Strait and kicking the dog. You're like, dude, are you okay? Blink twice. Yeah, it's crazy. It was crazy. I will never forget that. Like, not giving a fuck. What are we at?
An hour.
Nice. It felt good.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
We did it.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. The mobile cast. This is the first mobile cast. You got anything to plug? What do we got coming up?
Yeah, we got the live show coming up. And then November 4th, I'm going to be in Nashville doing...
Nice.
Oh, fuck. I forgot the name of the show. But it's like a live comedy podcast thing. It'll be fun. I'll plug it better on the next show when I pull it up, because I remembered to pull it up.
All right, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Love you. What do I hit? Stop.